It's summertime in Tallahassee, and that means it's time for time trials. The whole enchilada would be time trial number 2, which takes place in McClay Gardens. It makes a big loop and be a series of single track with a little bit of double track, including Silk and Cambodia. Any time around the 30-minute mark would be considered good or competitive, and of course, those that are faster, we'll see.
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I think actually
I missed the first time trial, which was out in Munson Hill, and I'd just recently gotten back from a long trip up to Snowshoe where me and Steven had been racing downhill. I still had some injuries and some lingering, I guess you'd call it pains and aches, but I decided to give it my go and see how I did. I was feeling very sluggish in the beginning, and I really didn't have a game plan. I've only done the whole enchilada a few times in this direction. We do include Silk and Cambodia on a weekly basis on our Tuesday shop ride, so I'm very familiar with most of the trail. I just don't always do it in this sequence. Silk would be the first section of more technical single track. It's a good, fun, flowy trail, and usually I have 3 or 4 friends either in front of me or behind me, and it's very motivating just to have a group and you're hooping and hollering and trying to get a PR. I definitely did not PR Silk during the time trial. Again, I was just kind of trying to build my pace, sort of self-motivate myself, and it was a decent run, but it wasn't my fastest. I was feeling pretty good by the time I got towards the end of Silk, and I felt like I'd kind of settled into where I was. Unfortunately, I couldn't look at my watch. There's something wrong with my Apple Watch where you can't just raise your arm and it'll display Strava or the time. So I really had no idea how I was doing time-wise or heart rate, but I just kind of based on my breathing and where I was cadence-wise that I was doing okay. And I didn't see anybody coming behind my shoulder, which was one of my fears. So, you know, this is a section double track that I cut out a bunch of the sections. It just goes around Lake Overstreet and will connect up with Cambodia. So as I came around the double track, I started to think about the climb up to Cambodia. This is a section of trail that it isn't necessarily super steep, but it's just sort of a low continual climb, low grade continual climb. And a lot of times, especially on the shop ride, we'll sort of be pushing each other through this section, and I'll end up being pretty winded, or my legs will be pretty tired by the time I drop into Cambodia. So I did try to pace myself in that initial climb and then sort of let loose in Cambodia. There are two big hills in Cambodia that I was trying to save as much in the tank as I could for those hills, and then my plan was to hopefully come out, be able to settle in and finish out the last section of trail.
Push me to my best, so treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down.
So this is a little punchy section of trail here. You can go around the ridge, but it is faster to go up this sort of steep hill here. However, once you get into it, your heart rate really starts to spike and you've got a little grind until you get to the top of the hill. And so I was definitely trying to somewhat pace myself, but keep moving forward here. Usually we stop at this big oak tree and everybody catches their breath, and as you can see, I'm not exactly moving very fast, but there is a little section of down here, and so you try to catch your breath on the bike and keep moving forward. This would be the last really sort of difficult section of trail. This is the Hill of Death. It's a kind of a drainage ditch, if you will. And I know the GoPro doesn't really do it justice, but it's a tough hill to get up. And once you get past those roots and those big little gullies there, you just have a little low grade climb all the way up to the top, so your heart rate's spiked and you're just trying to climb up out of here. But the nice thing is, in just knowing that this is the most difficult section of trail left, and after you get out of this, it's pretty much just pretty even single track to the end. Once I crossed this road, I knew that this would be the last push and it was time to sprint. I did the best I could with what I had left in the gas tank. If I could have just, clipped off 10 to 15 seconds here, it would have got me under 28, but that's all I had left in the tank, and it is what it is. It was good to see the group and finish it out. I wasn't exactly sure where the finish was, but close enough. It was being done on a stopwatch, and so even though my Strava was a little off on my time, luckily Matt was keeping score. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little different, but just wanted to share this time trial.